Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about a little bit of a different topic, one that we haven't discussed before, but I have been thinking about it for a while and how to approach it. And this video is going to come with a trigger warning. We are going to be talking about sexual violence and rape today. So if that's something that you're not comfortable, hearing about or talking about, then I would suggest that maybe you just skip this video for today. But I wanted to bring this up because I have known a couple girls in my past that I'm still friends with today that have dealt with these kinds of issues while working in the strip club, so therefore I feel like it pertains to my channel. Now, we are actually going to be talking about a product today. Okay, it is not available in stores yet, but that is why I wanted to bring it to your attention, because I have known about it for a while, and just recently they have come back, and now that COVID's over with and all of those things are done, they are trying to bring it back into final production, and they need some help. So I'm gonna tell you what that product is today, and we are going to talk about the whole thing. So this might be a little bit longer of a video, but I really want you ladies to watch this if you feel comfortable, and tell your friends, your family and other women out there, because I really want to get the word out about how great this product is and how much good it can do for us. Okay, so that product is called aXe, and what it is a medical grade silicone. I kind of want to say it looks like a condom. I actually have a picture of it. Looks like this. Okay, and you insert it just like you would maybe like a menstrual cup, and it actually has barbs in the inside of it. So I don't know if you can see right here. And it was invented by a man named Vince and a lady. Her name is Sonnet. She is a doctor, and she is, I believe, from South Africa. She came up with the idea, and Vince, her co-founder, came up with the actual prototype for it. So they worked together as a team, and they came up with the patent and got it approved, and obviously have done the prototype. But like I said, they are looking to get to final production so they can start selling it and making it available to every woman that wants one. So my particular story is that one of my best friends, and God bless her if she ever sees this video in the future, is that she, I worked with her for many years in a lot of different clubs. We are still friends to this day, but she was raped in a champagne room at a strip club. And I can't sit here and ever say that, that was just like a random occurrence, or, that it can't happen to you. Yes, it can happen to you. And I can't sit here and tell you ladies that this job is 110% safe. Obviously you can get assaulted anywhere. It doesn't mean just because you're a stripper that that's going to happen to you, but obviously we are kind of in atmospheres that it could be easier potentially for that to happen. And this club was, open, I think it was actually during the day, and there was people around, and it was just like a normal day, and yeah, that ended up happening, and nobody came to help her or heard her or anything. So she was totally overpowered and alone. And I feel like a device like this could have prevented that. Now, we shouldn't have to wear something like this just to be a stripper, but I feel like this product might come into use for ladies that don't have the option of working at a club that they feel super safe at. You know I preach that to you guys about finding a club that actually cares about your safety. Realistically, I know that's not possible for every lady out there. Obviously, some of you probably watch me from different countries, and I'm sure in different countries things are a lot different than they are here in the United States, and a product like that could potentially just make your life so much easier, right? And you could probably prevent a possible sexual assault just from having something like that, and give you that peace of mind, right? And I think also with just the knowledge of it existing would be enough to scare men from not even attempting to do it. So we're gonna just we're gonna go over some frequently asked questions, because I just want to clarify some things so you have better idea of how this actually works. So like I said, so when will it be available? Okay, so like I said, they're just trying to get new tooling and to be able to revise the product so then they can get it out in this year is the plan. But they need, I think it's 370K is their goal to get it remanufactured and to get the final product out. Is aXe a reusable product? No, it's a single-use product, so you can only use it one time. It's only recommended to wear up to 12 hours, and then you're supposed to take it out. It's like the same material as a menstrual cup, and it's hypoallergenic as well, and it's medical grade silicone. So how you insert it, it comes assembled in a single-use applicator, just like a tampon. We don't have pictures of that, but the insertion and removal are pretty simple with this tool. Can the rapist turn aXe inside and out and reinsert it back into the woman? No, it makes the design of it makes it completely impossible to do that. Can the hooks or barbs engage the woman after being inserted? No, the barbs are only on the interior of the device, and there's a protective barrier preventing any contact between the barbs and the woman wearing the device. What happens when he gets soft or flaccid? What happens to a small penis? Won't it fall off? The aXe device was designed to be able to adjust to a wide range of penis diameters, including penis on the smaller size or when it is flaccid. The outer sheath is very elastic, and it can stretch to accommodate large penis diameters as well. And the hard pointed barbs project deep into the inner cavity of the device, ensuring the barbs penetrate deep into the shaft of the penis, even if it is flaccid. So the direction of the barbs are pointed inward to allow the penis to enter without obstruction, but dig in when the penis tries to withdraw. So the harder you attempt to pull the device off, the deeper the barbs will dig in and the more painful it will become. So think of it as like a Chinese finger trap, if you know what that is. Furthermore, the outer sheath acts like a compression stocking, driving in the barbs and keeping them in contact with the penis at all times, whether it is erect or flaccid or even small. So that's really good. So penis size, none of that matters. Even if it's soft or it doesn't have to even be a hard penis necessarily for this to work. Can the assailant remove Rape-X himself by cutting it with scissors? So the short answer is no, but it's embedded in the elastic protective sheath is a web of hard plastic material with the barbs. The elastic sheath keeps the device in tight contact against the skin of the penis, and the sheath is very thick and durable and not easy to cut. The hard internal webbing is even more difficult to cut, and it would be very difficult and risky for an untrained assailant to attempt to remove the device from himself without the high risk of cutting himself or causing permanent and serious injury. In addition, the assailant will be in severe and debilitating pain that will limit his ability to control delicate motor skills needed to conduct surgery on himself. And this is why we strongly recommend this device is only removed by a qualified clinician. So, will the rapist have the right to charge you for bodily harm? Well, would the rapist have the right to charge you for bodily harm if you kicked him in the groin or clawed him in the eyes? No. Rape-X is a self-defense mechanism as the device does not carry any long-term or lasting injury to the assailant. And there is no legal basis to prevent its use or justification for claiming bodily harm. Will the rapist be able to remove Rape-X by himself? And no, due to the severe pain inflicted by the device, the assailant will have difficulty performing simple tasks like walking, let alone performing the delicate and skilled motions required for removal of the device without occurring injury to himself, which will give you time to escape. Will the Rape-X be visible to the rapist? No, the entire device is contained within the vaginal canal of the woman and not visible externally. So how is DNA extracted from Rape-X? So the DNA of the woman will be all over the surface of the device. At the hospital where Rape-X is removed from the male, the device is swabbed for DNA following normal hospital procedure. DNA would be stored for evidence as needed. Also, I feel like those stories you hear about women being told that they weren't taken seriously by hospital staff sometimes even, this device would literally prove in their face that something happened. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way somebody could just sit there and look at you and just not take you seriously. I mean, they'd be crazy. Can I insert the Rape-X while menstruating? Now, this was really interesting to me because I assumed, like, okay, yeah, how the heck are you gonna bleed with this thing in? But yes, you can. So the protective barrier in the device does not absorb liquids and will repel bodily fluids. Rape-X cannot be used at the same time as a tampon though. And it should only be used with a sanitary pad if you're bleeding. Is the Rape-X comfortable? Yes, comfort for the woman was a primary concern for the design of this. The outside is smooth and cushioned, and once it's in place, it is not uncomfortable for the wearer. I was also told that they did test this in hundreds of women in different countries, and the only woman that complained of any mild discomfort was a woman that had a hysterectomy, and she was like much older, probably I think maybe in her 50s or 60s. That was the only person that reported any kind of discomfort with it. Will I be attached to the rapist if I use Rape-X? No, when the rapist withdraws his penis, the device will firmly be attached to him by the barbs and be withdrawn from the woman. Is there a risk of toxic shock? So unlike tampons, Rape-X is not made of absorbent material. Absorbency is the main risk associated with TSS, and the protective barrier will repel the woman's bodily fluids, further reducing any chance of TSS. So is it possible for a woman to frame a male perpetrator? Now, I feel like the men are really gonna bring this up, and it's ridiculous, I know, but I already had a feeling. But no, a woman does not need Rape-X to frame anyone. So today, any woman can make a false claim of assault, without using this device, and aXe does not change the situation one way or the other. So Sonnet, which is the lady that came up with the idea of this product, actually interviewed rapists in prison in South Africa to get more ideas of like why they rape and what they think of this product. And she has she interviewed them, and they were terrified when they were shown samples of aXe. Also, I also had been told that when they were making actual prototypes in the very beginning stages, and she had left some for some of the women in South Africa after she gave her presentation there, because that's where she used to help a lot of women there, like just basic medical care, and that's where the idea came from, because there was a lot of rape in South Africa where she was working at the time. And so that was where the inspiration came from. So then when the time came when she invented the product and then got the prototypes, and she did a presentation, and she actually left the prototypes there with the women, they said the 2 weeks after that happened, there was no reported rape at all. And I guess the rape was literally an epidemic there. Like every day women were coming in to the hospital asking for, you know, a blood test or something, and telling clinicians there that they had been raped. So will the rapist become more violent once the aXe is attached to him? Responses from convicted rapists who have seen the device explained rape is difficult to prove. The police don't treat this as a serious crime, and it is likely I will not be caught or convicted at all. And if I do the punishment for rape, it is light. If I was tagged by the device and therefore am facing incarceration, I would not escalate the crime from rape to additional assault or murder charges. Based on results of interviews FBI conducted with rape victims, 9 out of 10 victims felt they fared better by resisting or fighting back than submitting. We have consulted with a clinical psychologist that has worked both with sexual and violent offenders and victims of abuse, and it is his professional opinion that the act of rape is already obviously a violent act. Anything that inflicts unexpected injury to the genitals and interruption to a violent rape is most likely to functionally provide the woman with a few moments to escape while the attacker is figuring out what happened and tending to their wound. Also, biologically speaking, when an organism is injured in such a manner, they are reacting to the injury in a primal manner, so their attention is taken off the woman and redirected to self-care. And our last question, what would happen if a woman is gang raped? So rapists in prison responded that after the first rapist is caught by the device, they would be too scared to act or harm the woman, as the leader would be convicted of the crime, and they would also be convicted with him if they also act. So I know that's a lot of information, ladies, but I just wanted to give you all the facts of the product and do my best to give you all the information, because I just think this is such a great invention. And you know, I actually talked to Vince personally over the phone before I decided to put this video together, and he just, you know, he seems like such a nice guy and just wants to help women, and you know, nobody is seemingly giving this product a chance. I guess he's reached out to hundreds of influencers, celebrities, you know, people of influence. For some reason it gets traction sometimes and then it just dies out. Like, he has been featured, if you look up on YouTube, like the product has been featured on like CNN and some other like places like that, but they're just like still struggling. And I think that the more we tell other women about it and share the information, maybe we can get to their goal of $370,000, and this can actually be made and sold. Now, the links to the website with the donation information I'm going to leave in the comment section and in the description box as well if you want to donate. I believe it's a PayPal donation. They might have other different ways. I just didn't really look at what else they had. But I just think this is just such a great product, and we should just really try and get it out there as best as we can. So I really urge you ladies, if you have your own social media followings, even if you just have a Facebook with friends and family on it, like, please just share this information. Like, this is a well thought out product. The owner, like I said, I talked to him. He is very knowledgeable and very, very passionate about this. And I can tell that just from talking to him. And I just wish more people cared, I guess, about women's safety. So if you ladies have any more further questions, please leave it in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video.